All right, we are now live. All right. What's up, everybody? My name is Juwan Rohan, and this is the Misguided Podcast, where we intend to guide you to a better future. I'm sitting here with your black counselor. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing
It's
doing
Khadijah
great.
Lashaun. Khadijah Lashaun, also known as your Black guidance counselor. It's
Guidance. I forgot the guidance.
Yeah,
That's
your Black
important.
guidance counselor.
Guidance. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I like that. That's much better than your black counselor. Your
yeah.
black guidance counselor. I love that. Khadijah, I'm doing good this morning though. I'm a little tired. I was slept in. I was like, I don't know. I was super tired. So,
I
um, I
understand.
I guess everything just catching up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm excited to talk to you and talk a little bit about money. So, let's just go ahead and start with where you're from.
So I am from Columbia, Maryland, but I'm local to Baltimore now. Yeah. You want me to
Okay.
explain how I took that journey, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I went to high school. I basically grew up in Columbia. It's like Howard County, Maryland. It's one of like the counties, one of the counties, like the top counties in the United States or whatever. But it was cool. It was a cool experience. I feel like it definitely prepared me for college. Then I went to college for psychology and film. I was a double major. After I graduated college, well, also during college, I did a lot of event planning. So that was like one of my passions, natural hair and YouTube and stuff like that. And then from there, I graduated. I started in the corporate field, worked my way up the ladder, became a corporate manager, decided it wasn't for me. So I decided to pursue real estate full time. That was pre pandemic. And then I started influencing, honestly. That's like what I spent a lot of my time doing.
Okay, okay. Are you still doing realtor stuff or no?
So I purchased my own home for myself.
Okay.
I used the realtor. That was before I quit my job. So I got the house, I secured the house, I had a tenant. Turned out, whatever. But I'm just saying that I started doing Airbnb like we spoke in our last interview. And honestly, I stopped doing that too. So it's just like I just been focused on influencing full time because it's the
Who's
best
staying
route for
who's
me.
staying in the home right now?
I am. I
Oh,
am.
okay.
Yeah,
So
I take care of the dogs. I take care of the dogs and I take care of the household, and she goes out and makes the money. We're
yeah.
partners. So we both
Yeah,
we
yeah.
both do our job. I also do a lot as far as like I created my e-course, so I've been selling my e-course, like e-course creation and stuff like that. Udemy and Gumroad pretty much. So
What courses are you teaching? I've been thinking about it because I'm seeing how much people are making from the courses, but everybody got a course. So what
but
you know
it's because if you think about it like this, like what is your whole thing about, and make the big pie of everything you can tell somebody. Make the big pie and then start giving them away little slices at a time. Like you could do that with tweets on Instagram. You could do that with reels on Instagram. You can do it with YouTube videos. YouTube videos last forever. And you can always have the links there in every single video. So what I basically started doing was I started building up my YouTube content, but I haven't posted it yet. So I'm sitting on a mountain of gold right now with my
yeah.
IG lives. So I started making YouTube videos on IG lives because I didn't want to store all the storage on my phone. Basically IG live, it holds the footage for me. So later I can go back and download the footage and make a video out of it. Cause I filmed it the right way, the
Mhm.
long ways, so that
The
it's
yeah.
a different, nobody does that on Instagram. So I basically started a trend for myself with the intention of using that video for YouTube, because I feel like this is like I'm making a YouTube video, I'm making an Instagram live, and I'm making a podcast episode all at the same time. I'm working
Yeah.
smarter, not harder. That's what that's what I teach in my e-course, is working smarter, not harder. Like use your resources. It's no point in trying to work a 9 to 5 just to work a 9 to 5. Like you got to build something. If you're going to build it, you got to do it. Like you got to really go for it. So honestly, God is good. He is amazing. And he's allowed me to take on this position and to be an influencer full time. And he's
Yeah.
allowed us to be able to like use our partnership so that we both can benefit from it. Like we support the same household and we have dogs together and stuff like that. So it's just it's a good situation. And it's like we both have similar visions with the future. So
Yeah, no, no,
It's good.
I respect it. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And the whole fact that you're helping people, that says a lot about you.
Yeah.
When were you first introduced to money?
Honestly, I what do you mean?
When were you first introduced? Like, when was the first time you were like, "Oh, this is what money is"? Like, was it when your mom, dad gave you $1 to go buy some candy from the store? When was that like first effect of money on you?
I feel like the first effect of money on me, like, because honestly, my mom, she like really like she spoils us, like she spoils us. And I've broken away from that as an adult now, like living on my own. But as a child, like money wasn't really like it was like, oh, you want that? Okay. Oh, you want that? Okay. Like, but it wasn't necessarily a good thing that my mom was so like throw money, because it didn't teach me a lot of value in money. And that's why like I've made mistakes when it comes to financial decisions. Like I talk about that a lot in my e-course, because I just feel like a lot of people don't realize that we don't think about money the same way. And our life experiences can define how we view things, but until you shift your mindset, you can't really see things a different way. Like a lot of people don't realize, if you always say, I never have enough money to do anything I want to do, you're speaking that into the universe and you're believing it. So you're never going to make enough money to do what you want to do. You're like, how we speak about things is how they are. And I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this. Like, you're speaking your future out loud. So be careful what you say. Like, if you
Hmm.
always say, I never have enough, you're never going to have enough. You're never
Yeah,
going to have enough. If you always say you have more than enough, you always have more than enough. You're going to do what it takes to always have more than enough, and realize that you're co-creating with the universe. Meaning, like, you speak it and you believe it, the universe believes you. So they're going to put things into place so that everything is just working out. Like, that's literally what's I've been speaking my life into existence, because I also been documenting my process. I've been doing YouTube for over 6 years,
yeah,
like
that's crazy.
consistently. Well, not
That's crazy.
consistently, on and off, but like I would do my Fashion Nova hauls, I would do my natural hair videos. I've been
What's
like
your YouTube?
it's called Your Black Guidance Counselor. That's my personal, but I started with my friends in college. We did like natural hair videos, plus size fashion, makeup videos and stuff like that. So it was really cool. Like it was a fun like hobby in college, because I was a filmmaker. I am a filmmaker, so it's like this is what I like to do. I like to
Yeah,
I like to film stuff, like I like to have fun and make videos and stuff like that. But also I as a like in college, I was watching influencers like all the time on YouTube. I was just like, how in the hell are they just doing whatever they want all the time? All the time. Like
yeah.
they're just doing let's go to Target. Okay, let's go to Target. Let's spin a bag. Like, come on, let's do it. Oh, let's go buy a car real quick. Like literally, I'm like, okay, so how do I get there? And I'm like, because they work smarter, not harder. Like they're not worried about the money right now, because YouTube is SEO. It's SEO, meaning you pop up on Google. When you have a keyword that is special in your, like, if you made a whole bunch of videos about Turo, I'm sure like you would be like all your Turo stuff, like it'd be going up. So it's just like you
Hmm.
have to realize it's all SEO. It's better than Instagram, really, because Instagram is like people be so worried about likes and views and stuff like that.
Instagram is terrible.
It's
It's
instant.
the
Like
worst.
it's literally, you might have it now, you might not have it next week, and it doesn't matter really, because it's about the story you're telling. What story are you telling? You should be telling a story to every audience who sees you. They should know who you are and what you represent. you
Yeah.
know
Who does your thumbnails on YouTube? You
I
do?
do. I do
Nice.
everything. I do
Nice.
everything. I'm a creator. I do
Yeah, yeah.
everything. I went to school for film. I went to school for psychology. I was a double major. I have a lot of we're all multi-gifted. Like nobody is one thing anymore. Like you're not just a rapper no more. You're not just a real estate agent no more. You're not just a real estate investor anymore. You have to be multi-gifted, and you have to study your gifts. You can't just think you know everything and not be willing to learn from other people. I feel like that's part of why I did the e-course, because so many people always ask me, how do you grow your Instagram? How did you buy a house? How do you do this? Like, how do you do your hair? I have a natural hair guide for you right there. I've been teaching natural hair on YouTube for years. People just
Yeah.
haven't noticed. They're catching on slowly but surely, because the more I put myself out there, the more people recognize me because they've seen me before. You
Yeah.
know, even with doing Lyft, I get a lot of like followers on Instagram and YouTube from Lyft and Uber. I'm constantly just being myself all the time, listening to the music that I listen to. I even share my Instagram. I share my Instagram right on my profile on Uber and Lyft.
Oh
So it's
shit,
like,
that's
oh,
funny.
because a lot of people be trying to talk to me. So it's like, oh, you
Yeah.
want to talk to me? Come hit my business page up. You know,
Yeah.
come hit up my business page. You know, try to
Yep.
slide in the DM, because they don't come the same way, because they're just like, oh, she got this many followers. I don't know if I want to say anything to her now, but I'll look at
Yeah.
her content. You know, so it's like, okay, well, you know, it's a lot of people who really vibe with what I have going on, because I'm myself. You know, I've always been myself. I've slowly learned myself, but I've always
Yeah.
been guiding people to resources. That's
I
what
feel it.
I've always done that, you know, like, because even in high school, I was just like, bruh, this guidance counselor is not helping me do anything. All these people is leading me in the same direction. And I'm just like, why would I follow the herd?
A lot of
Why
people follow the herd.
why would I follow the herd? If all y'all are doing this, why would I want to do that? Like, y'all not
What
happy, you know, like, I'm literally sitting as a corporate manager. And I have to, like, be honest, I was a little ungrateful. That was like, because me getting the management position, it was solely just to make more money, until I realized you make more money, they take more money.
Yeah.
You make more money, they take more money. And if you're not a self-employed individual, you don't have tax benefits like self-employed individuals do. You
Yeah.
know, you have to understand this stuff. And it took me a long time to learn. Like, that's why I appreciate Instagram, because it's a lot of teachers. It's a lot of people who teach what they do. And when you really, like, analyze them and see what they give away for free, you know if their course is of value or not. Because I really would not believe reviews when it comes to things, because people be like paying for influencers to vouch for them. They be like, oh, a famous fit person, in, like, someone who is attractive, and
Uh-huh.
immediately you see their thing and they got a check, so it's like, oh, I believe what they're saying because they're verified. You know, like, people will pay for an influencer to say that something is so great, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And really, it's just marketing. It's just
Yeah.
marketing. It's what you put into it. So you can pay for an influencer to vouch for you, but it doesn't mean that your product is good.
Yeah, honestly, scammers are the best marketers.
They really are, because they're bots. It's a lot of
Yeah.
bots going
Yeah.
around and stuff
They
like
know
that.
they know how to work it. It's crazy.
It's
But
it's it's how many people are you asking? It's like, you have to realize it's the same with asking for sponsorships. You need a list of a whole bunch of people. Not everybody's going to say yes. It's how many people you ask. It's just like network marketing, you know, like, how many
facts.
people do you ask? How many people do you ask? How likely is it that you're going to get a yes? If you keep asking more people, it's more likely that you're going to get a yes. But you need to clarify what you're asking, because I feel like a lot of times before, a mistake I made was, like, I was reaching out to people before an idea was fully developed. You know, I would have the initial idea of, like, you want to join in with me on this? And it's like, I
Mm.
will always get a no, because it was like, you need to work on your stuff real quick. Like, what are you doing? You know, because
Yeah.
I had my name used to be Shop It's a Curl Thing. And that was like a a spin off, like, trying to, like, sell t-shirts, you know, from the event that I did in college. I was trying to, like, hang on to the edge of that, because I was just like, oh, it's the pandemic, I need to start a business. You know, everybody was just like, I
Yeah.
need to start a business. And it's like, wait, hold on, what are you doing? You know, like, it took, like, a lot of spiritual practice for me, like meditating, calming my mind, journaling, writing affirmations on the wall, like seeing my affirmations, seeing my vision board on my screensaver and stuff like that. Like, just really, like, I'll tell y'all what it was. I went to this, it was so weird. I went to this Christian academy. It was called, and I wasn't raised Christian. I wasn't raised in the church or anything like that. My parents just raised us to believe in ourselves and to believe in God. That was pretty much it. It was no religion, nothing in my family. The only thing we had was we didn't eat pork, but that was pretty much it. So what happened was, I just, like, started getting a calling to Jesus. Like, not necessarily Christianity, but, like, seeing the story of Jesus and, like, watching it and, like, really, like, looking into the Bible. There's a series on YouTube, it's called The Bible. And it's just a video series of it. And I just started watching it. And I was just like, wow. Well, actually, my girl, she put it on to me. on for me. Like literally she put me onto the Bible. Like she told me about stuff like that. Cause I really didn't connect or resonate with the church. I don't have the Black church experience like everybody does. So it's just like it was new to me. So I was just like, oh well, let me look into this. And then made it to the end of the Bible series. I watched the Jesus movie. It's all on YouTube. All free, all
Yeah.
on YouTube. I started watching the Jesus movie, and then the next thing you know is a ad pops up, and it's I don't know if you know his name, very famous speaker, black guy, Les Brown. You know Les Brown about
No,
him?
I thought you were gonna say E.T. That's his name, right? E.T. Eric Thomas or something like
Oh
that.
no, not Eric Thomas, but I
Uh,
know who you're talking about. But he was just he's a black preacher guy, and he's like very personable, very charismatic. He's like, come on down to the Life on Fire. It's a virtual thing. It's
okay.
business coaching for faith-based entrepreneurs. Meaning like they talk about God, but it's not like, oh, pressing religion on you, like it's not like that. Like we prayed before every session. I'm not gonna lie, I felt the presence of God through Zoom. I felt the presence. I felt like the room was sealed. This was conversation between us and them. Like it just felt very like intimate, very like this message is for you. You need to listen to this information, like because their whole mission is building the kingdom of God, building up entrepreneurs so that we know how to make money off of our gifts, so that we're not just having gifts and not knowing how to monetize them, but really like sharing them with the world with YouTube's, podcasts, Instagrams. Like they talk about a lot of different things. It's different workshops, but overall, it was a 7-day challenge it was a free 7-day challenge. And by the end of that 7 days, I was transformed. Like I was transformed. They helped me heal my traumas. They helped me visualize what I wanted for the future. They helped me recognize who I am. Like it was really good for clarity.
Yeah,
Cause
nah, I feel it.
yeah.
I
So
feel
I joined the academy after that, and that was an investment type of thing. But it was definitely worthwhile because I have a lot of connections now that I didn't have.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta invest
Um,
in yourself.
are you invested in the stocks?
No,
Why not?
I prefer real estate for right now.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah. Have
build up
you
my real estate portfolio. That's my goal. I'm looking at apartment buildings.
right
Cause
now?
yep, right now.
Are you looking to purchase like now or in the future? You just
In the
shopping
future,
around?
I went to this event yesterday. It was called, and everybody who is interested in buying in Baltimore, there's a there's an event called the Baltimore Trolley Tour event, and it's like they take you around on a trolley to different cities and different neighborhoods in Baltimore, and you once you do the whole event, you go to the classes or whatever, they stamp your ticket and you get the chance to win a $5,000 down payment assistance
I,
forgivable loan,
uh,
like so, but it has to be owner occupied. You have to live here, but you can make the
easy to do
loan.
in an apartment.
It's easy to do. Well, I don't want to buy an apartment. I want to buy an apartment building. Like I
Yeah,
want to
yeah, yeah,
buy
that's
the
what I'm saying.
whole
You could just live
thing.
in one of the units.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I could rent out multiple units. I could have a whole floor designated to travel nurses. I'm gonna tell you the whole vision, okay? Because it's clarified. I'm going to buy an apartment building. It is going to be a pet friendly apartment building. It's going to be semi luxury or luxury. I'm open to whatever God willing. But it's going to be an apartment building that's going to be dog and pet friendly because a lot of dogs are strays because they don't have an owner who can take them to the next house. Like if somebody's moving apartment to apartment, the apartments that don't accept dogs and they're the ones that do, they charge an extra fee. And if you don't make enough to make that fee, you have to give away your dog. So I'm changing that. I'm very a pet advocate. I'm a deaf advocate. My mom is deaf. So like I speak very passionately about things that I know. And it's very important to me that dogs have a place to live and that they shouldn't be separated from their owners. I'm gonna soundproof it and everything. There's gonna be a salon downstairs, like a grooming salon. I might even hire a vet, have his own little suite, like a really good holistic vet because the doctors really don't help. A lot of vets really don't help. They just give you a dog and they don't tell you what to do with it. They don't
Yeah.
tell you how to feed it. They just expect you to learn all that on your own. And a lot of times people don't know how to do certain things or what's right or wrong.
Yeah, a salon downstairs is crazy. I never seen
Grooming,
that, but that's
all I have to
that's
do is
fire.
set up the space, and then they can lease the space from me, meaning I
Yeah,
get to pay the fee for the grooming to work there, because a
yeah,
lot of groomers are mobile too. Like they'll come to you. So if I give them a place that literally has pets all up and downstairs who need grooming, that's
yeah,
instant business right there.
yeah.
So
That's
I'm
fire.
just
That's fire.
I'm thinking bigger and brighter. I'm even gonna purchase the church across the street. I know what building I'm gonna purchase. I know exactly. I've been walking to the building. I can walk
Yeah.
my dogs to the building. Like both big dogs. I can walk them all the way to that building. It's a while away from me. I'm not gonna lie. It's a walk. I walked in the
Okay.
rain, once,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
with my dog. Literally, the rain started pouring mid walk, and I was just like, do I keep going? Or do I stop? And I was like, just keep going. I got to see it again. I got to visualize. Because if you think about it, if I didn't have a car, I could walk to the building and go manage it if anything went down. You know what I mean? I'm thinking like that. Like, I'm just like, okay. And then I'm going to purchase the church across the street because we need churches that are not so just denominational. Like, why do we have to be so separation? Like, just can we just all believe in God and it just be that, and we don't judge and we just love on each other and that's it? Like, can we stop the judgment? Like,
yeah,
can we stop expecting things from people? Can we just take people as they are and just like accept them and just keep it pushing and mind your business? Like, that's how I feel.
yeah,
I
yeah,
just I don't appreciate how some communities are treated or made to seem like they like LGBT plus communities. I'm not gonna get too controversial with it, but I just feel like it's not cool to not accept people for who they are.
yep,
Um,
yep. I agree. I agree. I want to go and move on to the Hella Misguided segment where I ask the same question to each person who comes up here. That question is, if you were to write a letter to your 18-year-old self, what would a summary of that letter be?
um, Learn to invest now and stop doing so much for people who don't deserve it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
What would you invest in at age 18?
Honestly, I would start with a secured credit card. I would secure property before anything else.
Okay. What
I
credit
would
card would you
secure.
go to? Who would you get?
Honestly, okay, so I would go with Chime. Y'all ever heard of Chime?
Yeah, they got credit cards though. I mean,
They
obviously
have
they got credit
secured
cards.
credit
So.
cards. They have secured credit cards that have no, like, literally it's like you pay the money and then you can use the money right then and there, and they don't show it. They don't show how much you use. They give you green all the time. It's always green. As long as you put the money on there, you can't use it without putting the money on there, basically.
Why
But
would you
you
get a secured one?
because that's the first step. I mean, that's what I was told is the first step is to get a secured credit card. Don't start with the unsecured because it's also your money. So you're going to be a little bit more responsible over it.
Yep.
Like, I feel like when you're using somebody else's money, it's like, oh, I'll pay it later, and
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
like that could be so easy to like let the minimum. And the thing about credit cards is that, like, if you max them out, you're paying the minimum. You're not going to pay that off anytime soon. So it's just like you really. I'm not gonna lie. I made mistakes when it comes to credit, and I talk about that in my e-course.
Yeah.
Y'all can hear the whole story there
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I made some mistakes and I learned from them. I learned my lessons, but I just feel like we need to start talking more as people, as of color people. We all need to start communicating with each other more and sharing our knowledge more because a lot of us want to be the only one winning. And it's like if you're the only one winning, you're gonna be by yourself. Like nobody's gonna be with you.
Yep.
They can't enjoy what you can enjoy. They can't explore like you can explore because you never taught them how. So that's like I really want to lead by example. You know,
Yep. Yep. No, I feel it. How important is it to own,
Very important. It's more
and why?
important. I just actually I Man, I'm about to share this with you, but I just posted a TikTok on my thing and it was like, okay, if you rented at 1,500 a month for 5 years, that's $90,000, right? But if you purchase the property, I know it's up there at 500K with 17,000 down, I believe it says 17.5 down, your property would appreciate 100K over the next 5 years. Literally, like that's how much you're paying in rent, and compare that to how much your property would appreciate in value. because it's been going up. It's just been consistently going up. So the sooner you get into a property, the better. I feel like people need to stop waiting. Even if your credit's not perfect, stop waiting, because there are lenders who will take you just as you are. There are
Yeah.
Black lenders who will make sure you get a house. There are like literally, I'm so serious. That's why I went to the Baltimore Trolley Tour grant, because now I have all these business cards for lenders, all these business cards for realtors in Baltimore, and I know I want to buy up Baltimore. I know exactly where to start.
Yeah.
I know
Facts.
exactly where to start.
Got
So
your
it's like
game plan.
I've been even Lyft. Like, people think, oh, I'm just out there making money. I'm doing Lyft, but I'm doing a whole bunch of shit. I'm paying attention. What neighborhood would a travel nurse really like to live in? What neighborhood would they not want to live in? Who is outside right now? It's late at night. Is there people outside? Okay, are people walking their dogs outside at night? Are people have their headphones in? Like, pay attention to things, because Baltimore is a shifty place where, like, you could be in one area and it'd be really bad, but then you're in the next area and it's really good. But if you don't pay attention to those things, you don't know what you're doing. You're just picking and choosing. You're like looking at the house, like, oh, that looks like a nice house. No, go to the neighborhood and go look around. Like, don't pay somebody else to do it, because they're not going to look at it with the same eyes that you might,
Yeah. I
So
feel it.
it's just really cool to me that I can do real estate. I can pay attention to real estate while I'm doing Lyft, and I can also influence, because I be filming my visual, what I see. Like, me driving around, I be filming videos of that, and people be
Yeah.
watching. People really be
Yeah.
liking that, because a lot of people in Baltimore can't drive, at all. So
Yeah.
them coming into the Lyft is like an adventure. It's like, oh shit, nice music, nice
Yeah. Yeah.
jams, like, smells good in here, like, it's not a stanky car.
That's good. There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Hustle,
so
hustle.
you got to.
I want to wrap up the show with a segment I like to do called Guided Conclusions. And that segment involves me asking a question. It could be serious, funny, it can make you cry, it could be whatever. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Today's question is easy. Is what is your favorite quote that you live by?
Okay. This too shall pass. This
And
too
why?
shall pass. Because there's been a lot of times in my life where I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is the worst it can get. I don't know how much worse it can get than this. And it's like, this too shall pass. Like, no matter what, this too shall pass. Like, the good times are going to pass. They're going to be there. Enjoy them while they're there. Bad times are going to be there. Deal with it while you're in there. But, like, this too shall pass. Like, you're going to experience a lot
Facts.
of different things in the world. So it's going to be okay. Like, no matter what, no matter how bad it gets, it can only go up from here. Like, so it's kind of like this too shall pass. That stands in my mind a lot.
Yeah. Nah, I
Yeah.
feel it. I feel it. I like it. I like it. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Well, you want to drop your Instagram, all your social media for everyone listening?
Absolutely. And if anybody has a second phone, I had a business card that had a QR code on it. If I'm not mistaken. It's okay. My Instagram is Your Black Guidance Counselor. That's YOURBLACKGUIDANCE counselor. Okay, Your Black Guidance Counselor. I also have the Black Creator Podcast that I talk on. It's a free resource, as well as my YouTube channel. So you can find me on Instagram, and if you click on my link in my bio, you'll see all of my links, and there's a lot of them. So definitely tap into my e-course, tap into my Instagram. I give a lot of free value there. And I will see you guys later. So
Nice. Well,
yeah.
I appreciate you joining. This was actually the first time I've ever streamed. So you're the first streamer.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You saving some storage?
A little bit. Yep. I
That's
am. I
good.
am.
That's
Cool,
good.
cool. All
All
right.
right.
Well, you heard it here. This is the Misguided Podcast, where we intend to guide you to a better future. My name is Juwan. Again, sitting here with Khadijah, your Black Guidance Counselor. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Thank
And
you.
my name does sound Indian. Thank you.
Who said that?
Yeah, someone.
Listen, your name does not, Juwan.